Hey there, this is Jim McQuade, your Central Florida real estate guru. Thanks for stopping in. In this video, we're going to be talking about Central Florida housing market statistics, and at the end, 3 shocking housing trends for the area. So stay tuned. So first on our list of things to talk about are active listing. Active listings continue to increase over the last couple of months, up to 17,800. I wonder why. Housing market numbers, our pricing is the highest it's been in recent history. So more people are wanting to sell their properties. In particular, one trend I'm starting to see is that a lot of landlords, investors, are selling their properties because this may be the highest price point they'll ever see while they own that property, cash on the property the best they can, and then hope that the market turns around later on and drops so they can buy another investment property to replace that income. But right now they're making money left and right. New listings, I'm surprised only went up by 1%, but definitely seeing a lot more action as far as properties that are being listed. That's not extremely shocking. Pending sales, listings sold, sales volume, all related to each other, and also kind of related to other months worth of inventory. So we're going to go straight to average days on the market. This is another big one here. Over the last several months, we'll say, there's been more and more properties that are being purchased in cash transactions that are kind of pushing out a lot of the people that would normally buy them with loans. A good example of this is several transactions I have going on right now in which they're selling a property somewhere else outside of Florida, and then they're coming down here to go and live, and they're able to use all of the money that they made off of the sale of their other property. Extremely common, whether they're coming from Jersey, from New York, or other states all across. Every other housing market, the prices are much higher than here, so they can sell their property there and not only buy one property here in Florida or in Central Florida, but possibly 2 or 3 for the same price, and all cash. So they're coming in and buying as much as they can, which means that the average days in the market doesn't need to be a whole 30 to 45 days. Most of the time was sucked up by how long a lender would take with the appraisal process, the underwriting, and all that sort of stuff. Well, if there's no lender involved, you don't need 30 to 45 days. You only need as long as it takes for the title clear and for money to be transferred and whatever inspection, if you're going to have an inspection of the property. So you probably only need maybe 14 days at most, maybe not even that. Then average sales price. This is a big one here. For the first time in quite some time, well, June it didn't really go up much at all. It may have gone down slightly. Once again, July, the average sales price is dropping. And I've tried to make people aware, hey, last 6 months or so were unprecedented when it comes to pricing and when it comes to selling your home, because a lot of homes were going above appraised value. Well, this could be a sign that that's coming to an end. We'll see. There's a lot of people that are actually hoping that the housing market crashes or goes down or whatever it might be. My opinion, I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future, part of which is because of the fact that we are one of the most affordable housing markets in the country. Everywhere else is more expensive. So even after things start to slow down in other states, I really feel as though Central Florida probably won't slow down. Plus one of my shocking market trends that I'm about to talk about. So 3 shocking market trends that you guys should know about. Maybe these are shocking for you. Maybe these aren't. One of them is a huge one. So for the first time, back when I first moved here like 30 years ago, it was a huge boom in which you had 55 plus people moving here like crazy from everywhere up north. This was the place to be. Like 55 plus was booming. Then all of a sudden it died down, and it died down for a good 20 plus years. All of a sudden you had a lot of 55 plus going out to the coast, 55 plus going over to maybe Arizona, something like that. Well, folks, over the last year or two, 55 plus is booming again. So much to the point now where the Villages is now showing up as one of the quickest growing metropolitan areas in all of Central Florida. The Villages, if you're not aware, is a place up in the northern part of Central Florida in which it's like a town that is all 55 or older. Massive, massive place. If you've never heard about it or seen it, You really need to go take a look. And then up there and also around Leesburg and Groveland, there's tons and tons and tons of 55 plus communities, so much to the point where you have strip malls with social clubs and all kinds of stuff going on that are purely catered to 55 plus. It's pretty interesting to watch. So that's one number one market trend that's kind of shocking that probably a lot of people didn't realize. All right, now on to the number two shocking market trend in this video. So number two would be is that some indications are showing that we're ahead in store for a slight market slowdown. Now it's tough to really gauge because it is August and coming into September, which tends to be a slower time of the year. However, for the first time in quite a while, I have some of my new build friends that are texting me and letting me know that they have built different models that are popping up that have no owner and they're about to be built. And there's no one on a wait list anymore for that floor plan or whatever it might be. Now, this hasn't happened since before COVID. It's been quite a while since there hasn't been a wait list for basically everything out there. So that's kind of a big deal. Now, it's not everyone, it's not widespread, and it's only certain floor plans in certain communities. And it's not like a home that's already built and just waiting for an owner. We're talking homes that are due to be constructed and completed maybe in March or April. But it is a sign. It's an indication that something may be coming up. You never know. It may be slowing down. Now, I am not a believer in where that the housing market here in Central Florida at least will crash, because I believe there's too many different reasons why our market is booming, especially after such a harsh winter everyone up north had last year. Another indicator is that there are more listings. I mean, you saw in the statistics I just provided for July. People are selling their homes more, so there's more competition, which means that the numbers are starting to stall out as far as prices going up. And then, of course, prices plateauing, which is another indicator, and that shows that maybe there's a little bit less demand. Maybe people are holding off because of the fact that they're not ready to buy the same house that was $100,000 less a year ago. They don't want to buy it now. They're waiting to see. They're hoping maybe that the housing market drops quite a bit, and that's when they're going to jump back in again. We'll see what happens. I don't have my crystal ball, but I do have how I feel this is going to go. And then thirdly, I kind of cheated and gave everyone this ahead of time, but a large number of investors are going and selling off their long-term rental properties. And this is affecting people that are dependent on rental properties. So it's kind of a sad thing too, because if you need a place to rent, the rental prices are going up faster than ever before. Areas that we're renting out for $1,600 a month are potentially renting out for $2,400 a month. It's scary times, and they're going very quick. If you don't apply for these rentals, within the first 24 hours, you've already lost for the most part. But then for the landlords, they're basically just cashing out at the best possible time. I mean, it's very unlikely it could go up a little bit more probably in the next year or two if they held on to it longer, but there's no guarantee of that. So they're cashing out while the market's high. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So anyway, maybe not shocking, maybe not so shocking. I don't know. Those are some trends that I'm starting to see in this area. Again, this is Jim McQuade, your Central Florida real estate guru with FloridaProperty.com. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Stop by and see me. Call me, text me, 407-906-6508. You have a fantastic and blessed day.